What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Chris, man. I am here at the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. It is Wednesday, July 23rd, 2025. My name is Chris Drummond. I am a freelance sports reporter based out of Minnesota here, proprietor of this podcast, Work Hard, Play Harder, where I bring individuals on to talk about their why and get to know them outside of their occupation. I got a special guest, as you can see, that's on with me today. She's a lifestyle producer for at Fox 56 News out in central Kentucky, but she's also been a producer at other spots as well in her journalism career. Her name is Ronda Simmons. We're going to talk to her a little bit today and get to know her why of being in journalism and also get to know her a little bit. Rhonda, welcome to the podcast. How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. How are you today?
I'm doing wonderful, and I'll state it again. You look absolutely lovely today. There's no question about
Thank
that.
you. Thank
Very,
you so
very,
much. I
very
appreciate it.
welcome. Very welcome. My first question is the same as it always is with everybody here on the podcast, and it's pretty simple. What is your why? Why do you do what you do? Did you have any role models, any inspirations, maybe growing up? But ultimately, what led you into a career of journalism?
Well, my why is I love to storytell. I like to tell a story. And when I was in high school, I was writing all the time, my papers and things like that. And my journalism teacher told me that I needed to go into journalism. I was on the school newspaper, actually. And
Hmm.
I just did it for an elective. I didn't even think anything of it. And she was like, "Your writing is really great." And I was actually a sports writer. I played
Okay, now.
basketball. That's
All
about all
right.
I know. Football and everything else, no. And so I was sports editor, and she's like, "Your writing is fantastic." So, yeah, she inspired me. Her name was Mrs. Kennison. I'll never forget her. Don't know where she is now, but she inspired me to go into journalism. And I love to storytell. So, what better thing to do than to write all day long? So, lifestyle and then news back and forth between the two. I like
Okay.
news a little bit better because you get to storytell a little bit more. So, I like making sure that people know the facts and what's going on in their community, whether it be good or bad.
Okay. I like that. Now, did you grow up in Kentucky?
I did, born and raised in Lexington, Kentucky.
Got you. Awesome, awesome. I love to hear that. And you say you knew a little bit about basketball, so I know you know about the Kentucky Wildcats.
Oh
What would you
yeah,
do?
yeah, huge fan.
Obviously, though. But who is your favorite, like, team, like professional team?
My favorite professional team is definitely the Lakers.
Girl, we gonna be good. We already starting off on a good. You gonna have me blush in a minute. You know how hard that is for a man of my pigmentation. I only say that because I'm a huge Lakers fan.
Yeah, yeah.
I grew up in California, so I grew up in
Oh
San Diego,
really?
California. Yes. Um. So yeah, absolutely. So I rooted for the Lakers. That Kobe, that Shaq,
Yeah,
that era of basketball. So
absolutely.
definitely know about that. Okay, you're gonna have me just blushing, girl. All right, that's what's up. All
Yeah, my
right.
dream is to go to a Lakers game one day. Every time I'm in Vegas, I say I'm gonna fly over and go, but I never end up doing it.
I know, but
One
listen,
day.
one day that means you're chasing for something. If it's a
That's
goal and a
right.
dream, that means you're chasing for it. So I love that.
Absolutely.
Okay, you went to Morehead State
I
University, if
did.
I'm not
Hmm.
mistaken, but you also went to University of Louisville too. Two
Yes.
colleges, both in Kentucky. So
Yes.
talk to me. Were there any other schools that you were considering going to other than those two schools? Maybe going out of state.
No, I didn't consider going out of state. I did actually go to EKU when I first got out of high school, but that didn't go so well. If you
Mm,
know EKU's reputation, they are a party school, and that's exactly what
hmm.
I did. I went down there and had the time of my life.
I
I
bet.
met some of my friends that we meet now. We get together now at least once a year and talk about the times at EKU. But yes, so I flunked out of there, got kicked out, booted out,
Uh,
and then I
Okay.
decided to go back later. So,
Okay.
and
Well, listen,
but no
lesson
other
learned.
schools. Yeah, lesson
Yeah.
learned.
Lesson learned, right? But then
Yeah,
when you went
yeah,
back, you did your thing, and I love that.
I did
But
my thing.
EKU. I've only been to Kentucky twice.
Okay.
The first time I went to a Kentucky football game. UGA was playing because I went to college out in Georgia,
Okay.
Kennesaw State University. So
Okay.
Kentucky is about 6, 7 hours away,
Yeah,
maybe a
6.
little less. Yeah, just about.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I remember going to a football game when UGA was up there. So Kentucky was definitely that school. No question
Yes.
about it in Lexington. But
Absolutely.
EKU was a little different. I ain't gonna lie
Yes.
about that. It was different.
Yeah. It is different.
Hmm.
It is different. It's a party school. So they
Hmm.
get down with the get. Well, UK does too. They're just not termed a party school, but they are too.
I bet.
But
I
yeah.
can imagine.
Yeah.
Let me ask you some favorite questions, Rhonda,
Okay.
and you just give me the 411 off the rip based upon these favorite questions. Okay, so here we go.
Okay. Okay.
Favorite meal you like to cook?
Oh, roast beef, gravy, mashed potatoes, and broccoli and cheese. It's my favorite meal, and I love
Oh
to
my
cook it.
gosh. Oh my Lord. Oh man. Rhonda, where in the world have you been, Rhonda? You must have been just stuck in Kentucky. I'm like, what's going
I
on?
am.
That's some beautiful food right there.
Yes,
That
it
warms
is.
my heart when you say
It
that. That's
warms
pretty good.
mine. I'm like wanting it right now that you made me talk it up.
I know. I'm so sorry. I'm definitely sorry about that. I I wish I was a great cook. I'm much more of a griller. I like to grill.
Hey,
But as far as cooking goes, yeah, my skills are pretty limited.
yes.
Tacos is probably, that we can make a mean batch of tacos. That's what we can do.
Hey, I like tacos. So
Absolutely.
that's cool.
Tacos is good, right? No doubt.
Yes,
No doubt.
they're good.
Okay. Favorite concert you've ever attended?
Oh, always got to be Snoop Dogg, the West Coast. Yes, I was
Okay.
gonna say Jamie Foxx because he used to be my favorite, but when Snoop came
Okay.
here, Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube and all of them, they came
Okay.
to Kentucky,
Mhm,
UK,
mhm,
well, Rupp Arena. Yes,
mm.
favorite, favorite.
Okay.
Hip hop is my
Um,
thing. I don't like this new rap. So yeah,
yeah, it's hard to get behind some of these rappers, especially with some of the names that they be having. I don't even want to
right.
call them some of these names, but
Yeah, yeah.
um, I would say my favorite concert. I'm a huge hip hop artist, huge R&B person.
Okay.
Definitely, The Weeknd is one of my favorite artists.
Yes.
So I definitely enjoyed watching his concert for sure. Kendrick Lamar as well, another
Well,
person from
I'm a
North
new
Carolina.
fan. Yes, I'm a
Absolutely.
new fan of Kendrick Lamar
No
because
doubt.
of
He,
recent
he puts
events.
on he puts on a show. No question about that. I was
Yes.
blessed enough this past year, Rhonda, to go to the Super Bowl, and to be able to
Oh,
cover that and see that performance live. So that was pretty cool for me to do that.
kudos.
Thank
Kudos.
you.
I
I
need to hang
appreciate
with
it.
you.
But listen, hey, we could definitely make that happen now. Ain't no question about that. You bring the roast beef, I bring the sports. That's what we're talking
That's
about.
it.
So we could do a little
I
something,
like it.
something now. No
I like it.
question. Um, Favorite place you've ever traveled to?
Favorite place? I guess I'd have to say Vegas.
Oh,
Vegas is one of my favorite places. I'm a definite people watcher, and I guess in media you are. You're always watching to see what's going on. So
mhm.
Vegas is probably one of my favorite places. Even though I don't gamble a lot, I like to watch people watch.
Okay.
So yeah,
Vegas is definitely one of my favorite places. I
yes,
typically try to go there every other year at least.
yes, yes.
They have a NBA career conference that goes on there every July. So every July they have an
Oh,
NBA career conference that goes there. So I typically
okay,
try to go there every other year for sure. But it's
okay,
also one of my favorite places because I love I do love the sports gamble for sure, no question.
yeah,
But I'm not huge into the slots and blackjack and all that. I'm not huge into that. But when it
no,
comes to Caesar Sportsbook, yeah, I like that. So that's me right
gotcha.
there. Okay.
I do the little quarter slots and enough to get me a free drink rolling in. The free drinks
Okay.
coming.
Oh, so you sitting over there by the quarter machine and doing your thing. Okay, I got you. I got you. That's what's up. All
Yeah.
right. I'm a sports person, Rhonda, so I gotta ask you a sports question. This is a
Okay.
two-part. Okay.
Okay.
Favorite sport you like to watch on TV. Favorite sport that you like to attend in person. They could be the same sport.
Both are basketball. I do go to some football games because I do like the Steelers, and they always come to Cincinnati, and so I'll go to that. But I have to watch that in person. I don't like
Right.
football on TV too much, and I don't understand football a whole lot. field goal, touchdown. That's it. Basketball is by far my favorite, and we'll go to Indianapolis because my son is a huge basketball fan, so he likes to see different teams. So we'll go to Indianapolis and catch a game every year or so. So yeah,
Right.
basketball. My whole family
Okay.
is a basketball family. Everybody in my family played basketball.
Okay. Shout out to your son. He picked a damn good sport to like. That's for sure. Basketball
He
is.
did.
I can definitely
Yes.
teach you some football because football is my favorite sport.
Yeah.
To watch on TV. To watch on TV. I
Okay.
can't
Okay.
in person. It's okay, but
Yeah.
if you're not sitting close,
Yeah.
yeah, it can
Yes.
be, you know what I mean? But basketball is
Absolutely.
ultimately my number one love. So I love watching that in person, TV, it don't matter. That's my number one love.
Yes.
So no
Yes.
question.
I
Um,
agree.
last of the favorites. Favorite restaurant that you like to eat at?
Favorite restaurant?
Hmm.
I'd have to say Texas Roadhouse. It's probably my favorite because I love a good steak.
Oh my goodness.
I love a
Rhonda,
good steak out.
I'm not even gonna kid you on this. That is
Hmm.
really my favorite restaurant.
Really?
It is. It is.
Wow.
That's
Yes.
crazy. That is crazy
Yes.
you said that. And it's
Yes.
for a different reason. It's because I like the cinnamon buns. I like the cinnamon buns they bring to the
I like.
table.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like
I like
those.
that. Yeah. I
Wow.
like that too. But yes. So a
Okay.
good steak, you can't beat a good steak out. I can cook one at home, but it's so much better
You are right about that. Now,
out.
how do you like your steak?
Well done. No pink. I don't want it mooing.
I got you. See, that's the first thing that we disagreed on. Not the fact that I don't like well done, but I do
Uh
like
huh.
medium rare better because I do like my
Okay.
juices. I like my juices. But
You
other
like
than
it?
that, girl, you've been perfect, girl. You've been perfect. There's no question about that. Okay,
Yeah.
I
At
love
Texas
that.
Roadhouse, though, I will say that it's
Mhm.
still juicy. Well done. I don't know what they do, but it's
Mhm.
still good.
That is true. I have had it well done at Texas Roadhouse. You are right about that. So
Yeah.
I don't complain. I will not send it back if they don't do it medium rare. I will eat that thing
Yeah.
for sure. No
Yeah.
question about that. Okay, that's
I
what's
got
up.
you.
I like that. Let's
Yeah.
talk about your day to day. Now, you as a
Okay.
lifestyle producer and going back and forth with the news, as you know, there's no 2 days ever the same in journalism. They
Okay.
change every single day, different stories, different people that you do. Talk to
Hmm.
me about your day-to-day process of getting together stories of, talking to maybe the talent when you're a producer or when you have to be in reporter mode, getting stories together. Talk to me about when you start, when you finish, because in journalism, sometimes you may have some crazy times that you might have to work. Now, you might have experienced that throughout your career, but talk to me about your day-to-day process of getting ready for work.
I will. So, in lifestyle, it's a bit different because lifestyle is pretty cut and dry. You know, you
Right.
don't really have breaking news unless there's a mass murder, and then our news team will cut in for that because we don't
Right.
cross pollinate. But so my day to day is meeting the day before to
Mhm.
discuss what we're going to do for the next day. We usually go by a theme. What we're going to do for that day. It may be makeup tips for the day. It may
Mm.
be wine tips. It may be
Okay.
what's your favorite vineyard. It's fun, you get to play around a little bit. So
Right.
it just depends. So it starts there, and we'll come to an agreement on that. Um, you know, well, actually, we do it monthly. We go down and try to get guests for the month.
Okay.
Um, so we'll do that. And so we know on Thursday we're going to do wine tips. So then we go out and get guests. We will go get a vineyard or a sommelier to come in and talk. I hope I said that right. I always mess that word up. But anyways, to come in and talk about the wines for the summer. So we'll do that, and we'll get the rundown of what we're going to do. We'll get our guests. And then our table talk. So we start with a table talk. So we'll get that going. And
Okay.
then we'll talk about different wines, or we'll talk about your favorite wine spot, and then we'll have the guests come on. So it's a little bit different from doing news because it's a little bit more playful and you don't have to think about it as much. And so
Mm.
we have what's called a booking sheet that we send out to the guests so that they can give us the questions that they want us to ask them so that they're not on set and you're asking them
Right.
questions. They're like, I
Right.
don't know about
Right. So they're
that.
not thrown off guard a little bit.
So
Okay.
they're not thrown off guard. So I
Right.
learned that
Right.
throughout my career that it's better to do that way and then having somebody on set looking silly and feeling bad about themselves.
Right.
So we do that. We go through the booking sheet. We put all that information. As a producer, of course, I stack the show and put all the information in so that my anchors have that information when they go on air. And pretty much that's what it looks like. We get the guests. We get our, what we're going to talk about for the day, the topic, and then it's a lot of ad libbing. So it's
Mm,
not
okay.
100% scripted. So
That's
yeah,
another thing that's pretty cool too. I would have to
yeah,
imagine that you don't have to really go off a script or a teleprompter to, read like anchors do, or most
right.
reporters have to write their scripts before they go on air, to,
Yes,
get it down before they do their live shots. It's
yes.
really cool when you just go off the cuff and just kind of be yourself and evoke some personality into it, right?
Absolutely. So now I'm
Hmm.
freelancing for ABC. And so I will be doing news again, actually, starting on Monday. So I'm pretty
Okay.
excited about that as
Okay.
well. So what that will look like is, of course, you want news. You
Hmm.
want breaking news and you
Hmm.
want
You
hard
do.
news
Hmm.
and you want sad news and you want happy news. So
Right.
you have to have, I like a genre. Now, I'm not saying I'm excited about bad news, but people, it is what it is. I've had
Right.
to put family members on screen with their mugshots before, so
Yeah, I
it's
feel
what it
that.
is.
I know it. I
So,
know it.
so it's
Absolutely.
content gathering, calling, the dispatched for information, and it's making sure that you have accurate information. You're not posting anything that's not true, fact checking,
Yeah.
and it's a whole lot of that. So my day just right now for lifestyle just looks like um, being prepared for the guests that we're having for that day and making sure that everything is laid out correctly. And I usually start producing the day before, and I usually get 90% done
Right.
so that when I come in the next morning, I only have to do the last 10%, and then I can make sure that everyone is in the places that they need to be in.
I like that, Rhonda. I do. That's what's up,
Yeah,
and I love that thorough explanation. I really do, because
yeah,
when you hear about there's so many different roles in this
it is.
communication field,
It
and
is.
people may be interested in being a lifestyle producer and knowing that you do have a little bit of flexibility to be able to do certain segments and certain stories and try wines and do different things like that. You know what I mean? So it's
You
pretty
do.
cool to have that flexibility and not have that demand of trying to write a script, and you could just kind of be yourself. But
Yes.
like you said, congratulations as well. Going back to news, that's awesome. And that's a great segue for this next question, and that is mental health and work-life
Mm-hmm.
balance.
Mm-hmm.
Being in this industry, you've seen it, I'm sure, and I've definitely seen it as well. There's people that have
Mm-hmm.
definitely bowed out in this industry because their mental health was affected,
Yes.
or work-life balance, right?
Yes.
Where people just be like, I can't find a balance. This is too much.
Mm-hmm.
It's over. It's just overwhelming, right?
Yeah.
Talk to me about how you've kept your mental health strong being in this industry, but also have that work life balance. Because Rhonda, you seem like a wonderful woman to be around. I don't think anybody would say anything less about
Well,
you.
thank you.
But you also seem like somebody who's very passionate about journalism as well and your work. So tell me,
Yes.
how do you balance those things out and still keep your mental health strong?
I actually had to quit one station I was at to balance that out. The first station I was at, there was no work life balance. I was
Wow.
doing 15 hours a day, producing two 1 hour shows,
Right.
and it did get to me. And it was during the pandemic and during the first Trump era. So it was a lot going on, through both of those things. So
Right.
I did end up changing and going to lifestyle from news for a little bit to give myself a bit of a mental break. And I also see a therapist. In the African American community, it's shunned upon to see a therapist. When I told my
Right.
mother I was seeing a therapist, she was like,
Right.
"What is it? Something I did?" And I was like, "No, it's nothing you did. This is for me. And
Right.
I mean, this is to make sure that I'm okay."
Right.
And therapy did help. Therapy helped me balance things out because I do suffer from postpartum depression. And
Okay.
so that's something that you never get rid of. My doctor told me that, but and I tried to be grown myself and get off my medication. I take non-narcotics, but still, it didn't work. So
Right.
I had to get a therapist to go through some things, talk through some things, not only that are happening currently, but things that I had to deal with in my past and as a younger person. So that helped a lot. Because when you go to therapy and you get your mind right, it helps you deal with anything in life.
Without
And
question.
my faith is number one. I am a Christian and I pray and I talk to God, and that gets me through a lot too. But God also gives you the sense that there are people here on earth that are built and that He has put, you know, the the mentality in to help you with those things, to walk through those things. And so, yes. So now my work life balance is, yes, definitely, I, 9 to 5 banker's hours. I make sure that when I cut off work, I cut off work. I'm at home and I'm focused on home. And
I
so
know.
that's pretty much it. So it's making sure that you get the help you need, and there's nothing wrong with that. And you're not beneath anyone because you get help. As a matter of fact, it makes you stronger.
I love that, and I appreciate your transparency as well. I really do.
Yes,
And you're absolutely right.
absolutely.
In African American households, when people say they go into therapy, they always, kind of look at themselves. Or is it something I didn't do, or what's going on, or can I
Yes.
fix it?
Hmm.
Sometimes, and I always tell people this. Sometimes you have to go seek professional help because you
Right.
can't be around your loved ones and your friends because sometimes they tell you what you want to hear, and you need to
Right.
go to somebody who needs to tell you what you need to hear.
Yes.
It's just that's just the realness of it. And this
That's true.
industry will definitely get you to that point because you hear words, Rhonda, like burnout,
Yes.
overworked,
Yes.
underpaid in this industry.
Yes.
No question about that, right? So, and I
All
know
of
I've
the
heard it.
above.
I've heard it. You've heard it, and pretty much every journalist is
Uh-huh.
probably has heard that at some point.
Yep.
And it's important. It's important.
Yep.
Mental health is talked about more often now than ever. And it's something I like to tell the high school kids for sure. I tell them
Hmm.
all the time because they ask me questions. Hey, Mr. Chris, how can I get into journalism? I was like,
Hmm.
well, it's pretty simple, pretty easy. Just be able to try everything, be open, try everything. You never know what you like unless you try it, but also
Hmm.
understand mental health as well.
Yep.
When you get into this industry more so than anything, you're probably going to have to move somewhere. Maybe
Hmm.
9 times out of 10, you're going to have to leave your home.
Hmm.
Two, you're going to have to be able to work long hours, especially if you're in sports. Sports are nights and weekends. News, you're working long hours, and you also cover some heavy stuff in
Yes.
news. So you got to prepare yourself for
Absolutely.
that. You got to. So
Absolutely.
that's the kind of things that I like to tell them about mental health and work life balance. You're gonna work on holidays. You're gonna miss graduations. You're gonna miss celebrations. If you're a family person, you got to really evaluate whether or not this is going to be the life for you. It's a satisfying thing being in journalism because it's so
Hmm.
comforting being advocate for the people, a pillar in your community, and doing this job. I can't see myself doing anything else, to be honest with you.
Right. Right.
But
I can't either.
the sacrifice is there, right? We do miss time with our family.
Absolutely.
I'm
Absolutely.
in Minnesota. I have no family out here, but I love
Wow.
the fact that I'm able to do what I do, even if it's in a
Hmm.
freelance type of role now.
Yes.
Eventually, I would love to be closer to my family for sure, like a drive away or something like that. But
Yes.
you know, you got to do what you
Yeah.
got to do in order
You
to
do.
accomplish your dreams.
Absolutely. That's true.
Yes.
Yes.
But it's a great segue again because now I want to ask you about advice. What is some
Okay.
advice that you would tell someone that wants to be in broadcast journalism or print journalism? I'm sure you get interns at Fox 56 News, and I'm sure at your ABC station you'll get interns as well. What kind of advice do you allocate to them?
I always tell them first and foremost, you have to have a passionate love for journalism.
Okay.
It has to be your passion. It has to be something you absolutely love to do, because if you're looking for it for the money in most places and when you're starting out, you're not going to get that.
Hmm.
And when if you're looking to be an anchor right out of college, half the time you're not going to get that. This is one of the careers where you go to school, but you don't start where you want to start most of the time.
Right.
Most
Right.
of the time you got to be an MMJ. or something like that. And so I always tell them, first and foremost, you have to have a love and a passion for this career field, because if you don't, it's not going to be fulfilling or rewarding. And then I also tell them that, like, kind of like what you said, that it's a sacrifice. We have so many young kids at my previous station that will cry, I don't want to go to that story. I don't want to do this. And I'm thinking, that's your job. I'm
Right.
sorry that it's, you're going to have to go down there and see if it's a suicide. We don't really report on suicides, maybe murder suicide, but you're going to have to go see what it is. And I'm
Right.
sorry if you don't want to do that, but it's your job. And
Right.
then they cry about, I don't want to work the weekends, or it's election.
Oh
I don't
boy.
want to work on it. That's not, you can't do that.
Right.
And you got to be here for the team. It's a team effort. And there's so many nights that I've covered. I've had to go cover politicians that I was like, and I had to go and
Hmm.
smile and be gracious. It's part of
Right.
the job.
Right.
I didn't want to cover that politician, but that was my assignment. So
Right.
I go, I smile, and me and my partner talk to ourselves and like, oh, we hate this.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
it's you have to have a love for it. It's about like nursing or things like that. You have to have a passion for it, because if not, it will burn you down, and then you won't want to ever be in there again. And we've had some that got out of the field and never look back. But then there's some that take a break and come back, and then there's some that are just gun ho. So that's my
Absolutely.
advice.
Absolutely. No, great advice, Rhonda. It really is. And I can't imagine somebody coming up to me talking about they don't want to work weekends. That's just
Oh
flat out
gosh.
crazy. That would be
Uh,
crazy. I don't know what
we
my
had a bunch of
reaction would
kids.
be. I
Well,
don't know.
I wanted to go off, but I'm growing, and I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's not an option.
And see, I can say that now because I have, but if I was approached with that, I don't know what my sentiments might be. But I
Yeah,
can say I could possibly be calm, cool, and collected because, well,
yeah,
that's like saying you don't want to work, you don't want to work retail weekends during holiday
right,
season. Like, what's going on?
right.
That don't make sense.
What's
Come on
going
now,
on? You know,
right?
you're
You
the
know,
only one that don't have to work.
right,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
that's one of the main reasons why I do this podcast and why I created this
hmm,
podcast, this platform is
yeah,
that the work hard, play harder. Number one, I do like to do that. I like to work hard. I like to play harder. That's my lifestyle, and I'm
yeah,
unapologetically myself. That's how I
yeah,
roll. But
yeah.
the main thing is that you want to be able to show the behind the scenes. Like,
Yes,
people don't know a lot about the positions that you do, and people also don't know what it goes into it because they have a misconception about things, right? Like you said, when people want to anchor graduating from college because they see people on TV or see the reporter on TV. Okay, you see the final product, but you don't see everything that leads up to that.
at
And you
all.
can't. You can't because you haven't talked to that individual. You don't know what's
Hmm.
going on unless you talk
Right,
to a person that's been in those shoes. And
right,
that's why I do podcasts like this because people need to know the A side and the B side. And
right.
it's important to know that before you make a decisive decision to want to be in this. I'm not
Hmm.
trying to discourage anybody from being in journalism, but you
Hmm.
also need to not have misconceptions and think that this is going to be this way and this way. No, you need to know the real and then
Absolutely.
make your decision based upon that.
Yeah. And this generation is a generation that wants to know the real. They want you to
Mhm.
be real with them, give it to them raw without no chaser, straight with no
Right,
chaser. But
right.
they're also an entitled generation. I'm raising two of them. And so they feel like they're entitled, because I cry and whine, then you're going to give me what I want. But no, not this
Oh,
mama.
oh, hell no. Absolutely not.
And that was what I
No.
seen a lot in these young adults that have worked
Mhm.
in the news field. They're like, no, I don't want to do it. And I'm like, this is your job.
Right.
You don't know what you signed up for.
Right.
So
And see, and that's the reason why I do it because you're not gonna know that because
yeah,
until you talk to people. And that's why I
yes,
always tell people, you should if this is a job that you want to do, you should shadow somebody. Shadow somebody in your
absolutely.
local area and so that you
Hmm.
could find out exactly what you're going to be going through, exactly what
Absolutely.
it's going to be. Because the last thing you want is to show up to a job talking about, oh man, I don't want to do this.
Hmm.
If you don't want to do it, somebody else will and then
That's
that'll
right.
be the end of your job. And this is a
Yep.
job now. This not school no more. School, you get projects, you get weeks and weeks to do projects.
Yep.
With a job, you have to turn that baby around in hours, minutes.
Hours.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
what I try to tell them
Well,
for sure.
if you don't want to do the job, well, if you don't think you can't be replaced, just die. That's what my pastor says all the time. If you don't think you can be replaced, just die. See what
Oh
happens.
my Lord. Well, okay. Well, shout out to the pastor that said that
Yeah.
quote.
But it's a true statement. People think that
It's
they
very
can't
true.
be replaced or that it can't go on without them. If you
Right.
quit today, somebody
Mhm.
else will come in. They're not going to do it the way you did it, but they're going to do it.
No, no question. I'm with you on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to because now we're at the portion of my podcast where now we get to do our interactive game called This or That. So
Okay.
basically, Rhonda, it's a game where I play with all my guests here on the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. It's pretty simple. I'm gonna throw some
Okay.
things at you, and you get to choose this or that. So, Rhonda, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. Out of
Okay.
these two restaurants, which restaurant would you rather eat at? KFC or Popeyes?
KFC.
Okay. You took a deep breath and then said KFC. Do you like neither restaurant?
Anymore, hardly. But KFC over Popeyes.
Okay. All right, I'm with you on that. I can respect
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
When it comes to chicken wings, which flavor are you putting on the wing out of these two? Barbecue or lemon pepper?
Barbecue.
Okay. Do you like your wings wet or dry?
Wet.
Do you like your wings bone in or boneless?
Bone in.
So you like to get messy with it.
I like it. I like
Okay.
it messy.
Okay. Hand you a wet wipe and go to work. That's the type of
Half the
person
time
I
I
want
use
to
a
sit
fork
by.
though because I'm prissy. Sorry.
Well, we told people to be real. We told people to keep it real and be honest. So I
I
respect it. I
am.
respect that. I like that. I can hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. These next four have to do with music concerts you
Okay.
rather go to. Okay, so here we go.
Okay.
Which music concert would you rather go to? Beyonce or Rihanna?
Beyonce.
Okay, you was very decisive on that one. People
I
normally
love
be like,
Beyonce.
wishy washy. Okay, I got
She
you.
was a real good concert. I love Beyonce.
Okay, I'm with you on that.
Mhm.
Which music concert would you rather go to? Kendrick Lamar or Drake?
Kendrick Lamar.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
Mhm. Mhm.
Which music concert would you rather go to? Brandy or Monica?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I'm gonna have
Mm,
to go with Monica.
okay, okay. Now
Yeah.
you know they
Yeah.
going on tour together, right?
I know. I know. I hope they come
Hmm.
close. I haven't even looked up the tour schedule yet.
They actually start in Cincinnati.
Do they?
They do. They
You
start their
know,
tour in
you're
Cincinnati.
right. Because it's the same day that the Bengals played the. Somebody had that on Facebook. They played the
Hmm.
Steelers. Yeah,
Yes, they
that's
are
true.
they're going to be in Cincinnati. They're not coming here to Minnesota. I typically don't go to a lot of big time like lady R&B concerts. I do go to
Yeah.
Alicia Keys. I will go
Okay.
see her
She's
because
good.
she's
Yeah,
magnificent.
she
Uh, I,
is.
I would see SZA too because I do like SZA.
I'd like to see
Um,
her. Yep.
but that concert right there with Kelly Rowland
Yeah.
going there
Yeah.
too, I think
Yeah.
I would like to check that out, but they're not coming here.
Yeah.
So I was very upset, very
I'm gonna have
distraught.
to check it out and see what the tickets are after we get off of here. Thank
I
you.
feel that. No doubt. I got you, girl. No doubt. Last of the favorites when it comes to the music concerts. Which music concert would you rather go to in their prime, I should say? New
Okay.
Edition or Boys to Men?
Oh, New Edition, hands down. I like Boys to Men too, but New Edition,
Okay.
yes,
I
yes.
don't think we disagreed on any of those. Not right now. Not as
Really
of right now. No, I would
good.
pick I would pick the same. I really would. Okay.
Well,
Here we
good.
go. Which
Okay.
sport would you rather watch on TV? Football or hockey?
Football.
Okay. Which sport would you rather play? Badminton or bowling?
Hmm. Bowling.
Are you a good bowler?
No, my granddad was. He was he would get perfect scores all the time, 300, boom, boom, boom. But no, I'm not a good bowler at all. I
Do
get
you
beat every
need the
time we go.
bumpers? Do you need the bumpers?
Probably, yeah. I don't use them, but I could benefit from the bumpers.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, Rhonda, you are absolutely beautiful and a hardworking woman, but I mean, you just proving that you're not perfect. That's just what it
I'm
is.
not perfect.
It's not
I'm
perfect.
not.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
I'm not
That's okay
perfect.
though. That's all right because
We all
listen, we
can't be
can't.
perfect.
Right, we can't have it all. Okay, you got a lot going on, but you can't have it all. So,
Can't
you
have it
know,
all.
I know that's right. Okay, here we go. Do you like desserts?
I do.
Okay, so I'm going to name four categories of desserts to you.
Okay.
You have to choose one of these categories that you'll never eat again.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. The first one is cookies. The next one is candy. The third one is grouped together, cake slash pies. The last one is ice cream. Which one are you getting rid of?
Ice cream.
Wow. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, what's your favorite cookie?
I love a white chocolate macadamia nut. It's probably
Wow.
my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fun fact, never had that type of cookie before.
Really.
Yeah, I never tried it. Never tried that
You're gonna
cookie.
have to try it. It's
Yeah,
very good.
yeah. You know
Very
what? I
good
might
cookie.
have to, and I'll definitely have
Yes.
to let you know how that is for sure.
Yes. Let me know what you think.
I'm a little different. I mean, obviously, chocolate chip cookies is good, but
Yeah, of course.
good gingerbread. Gingerbread.
I like a gingerbread cookie.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Nice, warm, soft
Yes.
gingerbread cookie. That's what I love.
Absolutely. You
Okay. Do
can't
you
go
like?
too wrong with cookies.
No, no, you cannot. Absolutely
No,
not. Do you like potato chips?
I do.
Okay, same format. I'm gonna name four brands. You have to
Yes.
choose one of these brands that you'll never eat again. So here we go.
Okay.
The first brand is Ruffles. The
Okay.
second brand is Lay's. The third brand is Pringles. The last brand is Doritos. Which one are you getting rid of?
Pringles has to go.
Okay,
Even though I like
okay,
Pringles, but they'd have to go. Yeah.
okay. What's your favorite potato chip, period?
My favorite would, well, it's not in the category, but it's probably Grippos. It's a Kentucky
Say what?
staple. They're called Grippos. They're a barbecue chip.
Grippos. Like,
Grippos. Look it up.
I'm gonna have to, Rhonda, because I ain't never heard of no Grippos. I ain't never heard of
Yes.
that. Is that a
Grippos
Kentucky
and a
thing?
L8. It is a Kentucky staple. Yes.
Oh, okay, okay, got you, got
Grippos and the L8 one, both of those Kentucky staples. So you have to look those up.
you. Okay, you know I will. When I get done with you
I have to
here, I'm
ship you
definitely
some
gonna look
out.
that up for sure. Okay,
L8 one
okay.
is a ginger ale, basically.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
And
I
it's
got
made
you.
in my hometown of Winchester, which is like 2 miles from Lexington, where I was born.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
I like that. You were very good on this or that. There's normally
Yeah.
people are like waffle on their answers. They're like, "Oh my gosh, this is so hard." You were very decisive. I like
Yes.
that. Pretty good.
Yes.
I love asking this next question, especially to journalists and people in journalism, and that is, give me a top four bucket list of events or stories that you would like to cover in your journalism career.
Oh, a top four bucket list. Of course, I would love to um, cover even though I'm not in sports, I would love to cover like a basketball game. It doesn't matter, professional, UK, anything like that. I would love to cover that.
Okay.
I know enough about sports that I probably could do that with a little bit of help. I had never thought about this before. Top four.
Mm-hmm.
Um, got me thinking now.
That's right.
Uh,
That's good. I got them wheels turning. I like
you
that.
got the wheels turning.
Mm-hmm.
Um, hmm. A major. I would like to cover a presidential election.
That'd be pretty
Like to
cool.
be there in Washington. Yeah, somebody I like.
Okay.
um,
You ain't got to say no more. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that, though.
I would like to.
I love that. That's
Yes,
funny. That's
yes,
some funny
throw that
stuff.
in there. Um, I have covered some gubernatorial elections, but that was pretty fun. I
Yeah.
would like to cover Probably a major life event,
Mm,
a major shooting or something. I know that sounds bad, but I've never been on the scene of one because I'm
okay.
a producer and I'm always usually back. And I field produce more on the lifestyle side than I did on the news side because we didn't really have field producing on the news side.
Right.
Something like that, a major like event that
Okay.
happened, mass shooting or something like that. Not that I want one to happen, but and then I guess the next thing would be to cover the behind the scenes of a major concert like Beyonce or somebody to be on the red carpet or something like that of a major BET award show or something.
Okay. Yep. Now we
Yeah,
cooking with Crisco. We cooking with
yeah,
grease now.
yeah,
No
yeah.
question about that. Because when I asked this question, I definitely thought about you in the red carpet. 'Cause I think you would look
Okay.
amazing on the red carpet. One, and
Well,
then
thank
two,
you.
you're very welcome. And then I also think that you are a great conversationalist as well. I think you will ask
Thank
very
you.
good questions. I think you can get a lot of information out of people, and you'll be obviously seeing a lot of celebrities. So I think red
Yes,
carpet will fit you well.
I would love that. Thank you very much for that compliment. But yeah, that's
No.
probably my number one.
Okay. No, that's pretty good. That's
Yeah,
pretty good events right there. I would like
yeah,
that. I know for me, since I did the Super Bowl, that I crossed that off the list. NBA
yes,
Finals for sure.
yes.
College football playoff, or March Madness, either one.
Yes,
That'd be great to do.
that'd be great.
Definitely the Olympics. When they come
Hmm.
to Los Angeles for sure. For
Yeah,
sure. And then I probably would like to do uh, yeah, my wheels turning too. I probably would like
yeah.
to do maybe I would say an all-star game, maybe like a major league all-star game, something like
That's
that.
fun. That's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
love
The
that.
Olympics, I didn't think about that one. That would be fun. I love track and field. I would love to
Mhm.
be out there on the track and field.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yes. Being in Los Angeles, beautiful weather at
Yes.
that time in the summertime. So yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely, no question.
Yes.
Give me a top four now of things to do in pretty much Lexington, Kentucky. Now, mind you, I've only been there once for the football game, and then I drove through it the other time, so I really didn't get a chance to
Okay.
stop. When I do touch
Okay.
back down there, because I definitely want to see a Kentucky basketball game, that's on my bucket list for sure.
Yeah.
What is four things that I should do and check out?
You should definitely do a Kentucky basketball or football game.
Okay,
You should definitely do one of the bourbon trails
Bourbon Trails.
because you know we're bourbon. Yes, Lexington is bourbon.
Okay,
Bourbon branded, bourbon minded. So you should do one of the bourbon trails.
okay.
You should do a horseback riding. You know, we're known for the Kentucky Derby.
Oh boy. Okay. Okay.
So, horseback riding, they do guided tours at the Kentucky Horse Park. So, you're not alone. They guide you the whole way, and it's a
I'm
short
gonna need
tour.
that. I'm gonna need that for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. So, horseback riding, bourbon, a Kentucky game, and a distillery. I know it's a lot of drinking, but we got some very good distilleries. Actually, we have a distillery district in Lexington, and it's a
Mm,
bunch of different distilleries and stuff. So those are the four things that I would do if you're an outdoors type person.
I certainly
It's
am.
fun.
There's no question
Yeah,
about that. And obviously, when I do touch down there and you're still there, I'm definitely gonna have to say what's up to you for sure.
absolutely,
No
absolutely.
question.
That would be
No
fun.
question.
Yeah. So
Um,
those are the things you should do.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I want to ask you because it kind of gave me a bonus question. I was asking you these other ones, and that is,
Okay.
have you ever had the itch or the urge to be in front of the camera that you're producing?
No, I have been made to do it several times. I have been on camera,
Mm,
probably about maybe six times out of the times I've been producing.
mm.
Don't really care for it. Would not rather wouldn't. That's not my thing. I like behind the scenes, but I have done it. I
Okay,
have had some
okay.
on camera time. I was doing a weight loss journey one time, and I was on there, featured on there four times for my weight loss goal. One of our clients did a weight loss pill, and I was taking the pill and tracking my progress.
I
And
got
then
you.
in lifestyle, I was the host of one of our game shows. So yeah,
Oh, okay. What was one of the game shows?
it was what did we do? It was just trivia.
Oh, trivia.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
got you,
it's
got you.
Thursday trivia. I can't think of what the segment was called right now. I'm drawing a blank. But yeah,
Mm.
I was on there, and the hosts were pitted against each other to who could answer the most questions right.
Okay,
So
that's what's up. That's
yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah.
We talked about advice, Rhonda, you would give. But what is some
Okay.
advice that someone has gave you that you hold on dearly to?
Hmm. Gosh, I have so many different things. I guess my grandmother always told me that I could do anything.
Mm,
She was like, "You can do anything that you put your mind to." No matter how difficult it may seem, in your mind, no matter how far away it may seem, you can do anything you put your mind to. So I've always kept that with me. And that's why I think I've been so successful in being able to fulfill my dreams because I go hard, I play hard, I work hard at everything I do. And God has blessed me to be able to do something that I actually really love to do. And so He is, I have gotten many different great things out of being a journalist. Met many wonderful people, had
yep.
many wonderful opportunities. I worked for the Barbasol one summer, and I was their tournament coordinator, and it was just a lot. It's just been a lot of opportunities that I've gotten to be able to meet celebrities and things like that, and just some good people. So I think that's the best advice that I could have ever gotten is that I can do anything that if I put my mind to it. And my grandmother passed away many years ago, actually 24 years ago, and I've always kept that with me.
Wow. Wow. Well, yeah, obviously she must have been an incredible woman. No question about
She
that.
was. She was.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she was able to land a job at UK even in the midst of them not really even wanting blacks there, and
mm,
so yeah, she did what she could. She was a dietitian, and so yeah, she was my inspiration.
I love that. I do.
Hmm.
This another bonus question kind of came up in my mind that I wasn't really thinking about, and that is how do I put this? How am I gonna put this? I want to ask you about African Americans and minorities in journalism, and what I want to ask you about sometimes is the inequalities of women's reporting.
Hmm.
Sometimes, you hear stigma, especially in sports and maybe in other genres as well, that,
Hmm.
if a woman didn't play it, they can't report on it. You don't really see a lot of faces like ours, on TV or in front of the TV. You're starting to see more, don't get me wrong.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
back then, growing up, you really didn't see a lot of minorities in sports, as far as women goes, and you definitely didn't see a whole lot of women minorities in front of the camera or even
Hmm.
behind it. Talk to
Right.
me about the talk to me about your perspective of in the more inclusion of minorities being in journalism and how uh, it's now a positive instead of what it was looked at as a negative before.
Yeah, I have had the privilege of working with an African American sports reporter at Fox 56. And I tell you what, she rocks.
Mm,
She kills it.
hmm.
And I just think that now people are giving people opportunities and people are going off of their resumes and looking at their work and looking at their reels as opposed to just judging a book by their cover.
Right.
And so I think that we've come a long way. And I know we have a long way to go too, but I think there are some news stations and places out there that are actually looking for real talent. And they are willing to hire whomever they can. They're willing to look deep and dig deeper and hire someone that is more qualified for the job than what they look like. And I want to go on record saying that I just believe that people are trying to do better. And like I said, at Fox, there was an African American guy and an African American girl, and then to one white guy. So 2 to 1. And so, and like I said, all three of them kill it. But I think that, and I've seen that a lot, like you said, more now than I have in the past. I think
Right.
people are just digging deeper and looking at their reels and seeing what they can actually do, as opposed to whether or not they played sports or if they're a woman. And then there's another thing people are just not applying for the jobs anymore. So there's another aspect to it that they're like, okay, this is the only candidate we got, so we got to go with it.
Right.
I
Right.
think there's two aspects to it. So I believe that we are getting better in one aspect, and then I believe also that a lot of people are just not applying for the jobs. When I went back to be a freelance journalist at ABC,
Mhm.
my new boss is like, I've been putting these jobs out there, and people are just not receptive. People are not applying, and I was like, it's number one, it's a gruesome field. Number two, it doesn't pay a lot in
Right.
certain markets. And number three, people just don't want to give their all to something anymore. This generation
Mm.
just wants to do enough to get by. And it's just truth. Like I said, I'm raising two of them. So I know and I can speak to it. And so but as far as that goes, I think that's the reason. I think people are really, because I know when they were hiring the sports people, the guy that does it, the news director, he is just very open minded and he's equal opportunity
I
and
love
he
that.
wanted good talent. He wasn't worried about, you didn't play sports, you didn't do this, you're a woman. He just wanted good talent. And I think when he looked at their reels, he was like, this is good talent.
Absolutely. It's a
Yeah.
question worth asking because I know
Hmm.
for me personally, Rhonda, when I was working every day in the publications and, writing stories, doing all different kinds of things, I
Hmm.
would go to some of these state championships and some of these section championships and whatever, and you would not see many people that look like me.
Yeah.
You wouldn't see many people. You wouldn't see many women at all, if any, women
If any.
covering,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
to me, I'm a huge advocate for women definitely being in news, being in sports. We need more, but we
We
need
do.
not just more of women. In sports, we need more representation in the hierarchy positions of women too.
Hmm.
We
Yes.
need more women like in control positions, like directors and stuff like that. I just
Yes.
feel that yeah, and that's not to demean my brothers, my men of
Right.
any ethnicity, because they all do a fantastic job. There's no question about that. But if we don't talk about it enough, then the needle won't move. We can't just have women
That's right.
talking about it. We got to have
That's
men
right.
talking about it too.
Hmm.
The needle just won't move enough. So that's
Hmm.
why I feel that that question is just as important as well. You know what I mean? And
It is.
you doing a role that's pretty important too. Obviously, being a producer behind the scenes. When I
Hmm.
look at producer, I look at producer like is a manager on kind of like the floor, like manages
Yes.
everything, kind of controls everything, kind of has the pulse of everybody in the room. That's what a producer to me is about. And I
Yes.
love the fact that you do that. And I love the fact that you
Thank you.
kill it at that position. So no question about it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I do
You
my best.
you welcome. You welcome. I want to get you out of here on some rapid fire questions. And
Okay.
that is basically I'm just going to just throw some things out. And the first thing that comes to your mind, you shout it out with glee. Okay, so here we go.
Okay.
Chicken or ribs?
Chicken.
Okay. Pancakes or waffles?
Waffles.
Juice or soda?
Juice.
Red or blue?
Blue.
You sure? Because you wearing it looks like you're wearing
Sure.
some red right now.
No, it's actually orange.
It is. Oh, okay. Well, did I tell you I was colorblind too? That's just
Most men are.
okay.
Most men are. Men and dogs.
Well, damn, Rhonda.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Keep it real. I appreciate it. Favorite Netflix TV series?
Oh. Oh man. Oh, what is the name of the show? Oh, I was just talking to my friend about it last
Mm-hmm.
night.
Mm-hmm.
It's, what is the name of it? It's a Tyler Perry show.
Is it
Oh, I'm gonna,
Sisters? Is
no,
it
I'm gonna
the
cheat.
Oval Office?
No, it's not.
Okay,
It's a new Tyler Perry. Let me look. Oh, this is supposed to be rapid fire.
it's
I'm
supposed
gonna
to
say
be.
the
That's okay.
Upshaws
The
because I
Upshaw.
can't think of the show.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what's up. That's okay.
Beauty
Listen,
in the Black. Beauty in the Black.
Beauty in the Black.
That's
Wow.
what it is. Yes.
Okay. I've
Yes.
yet to watch one episode of that, but I would
Yes.
definitely have to check that out. Okay.
Check it out.
Okay. I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Favorite board game.
Ooh, it's been so long, but Monopoly.
Oh yeah, I'm a be. It can get competitive in that game. I'm a
It
beast when I get
can, yeah.
Boardwalk and Park Place now. I'm
Yep.
telling
Now I
you.
don't play about my Monopoly, man. I'll get upset about that
Okay, okay now. All right, all right. You better watch out now. I'm just
now.
trying to
Pretty
tell you.
competitive.
Okay, I like it. I love it. Dominoes or spades?
Dominoes. I'm terrible at spades. Nobody wants to be my partner, so let's do dominoes.
I would be your partner. I would.
No, you wouldn't. You'd be mad.
Well, hold on. If you renege, yeah, I'm definitely gonna be
Yeah,
mad.
you don't want to be my partner.
Okay,
Mm-mm.
let's move on. Let's move on.
Okay. Yeah.
Lord have mercy. Okay, here we go. Favorite card game then?
Go fish.
Okay. I don't even know where to go from that. uh, okay. Let me get my
21.
composure back.
Blackjack. Blackjack. 21.
Blackjack.
Blackjack.
Okay. All right. Cool. Cool. Here we
Okay.
go. Composure's back now. Oh my gosh.
Okay. Okay.
If you had a choice to take three people with you on vacation, where would you take them and who would you bring? Now, Rhonda, you can bring family, friends, or celebrities.
Ooh, celebrities. All right, then I would go to Maldives,
Mm.
and I would take. I can bring three people.
Mm-hmm.
I would take my mother because I
Okay.
love to introduce her to new places.
Oh,
She didn't travel. I'd take my friend Angela, and I would take Beyonce.
okay. That is quite the girls' trip. There's no question about that. Y'all would
Yes,
definitely
it
have some
is.
fun on
We
that one.
would
Okay.
turn up.
Yes, you would. Staying with the number three, if you had a choice to choose three artists or three songs to listen to on repeat and never get tired of, who would those three artists or three songs be?
Oh, the three artists would be Jamie Foxx, Beyonce, and Angie Stone.
Mm, okay. Those are three good ones too. I like that. All
Hmm.
right. Favorite sandwich.
Um, an Italian.
Okay. Favorite alcoholic drink.
Oh, tequila.
Oh,
Tequila and whatever. You can do a margarita, you can whatever, or straight tequila.
okay. I'm with you on that. I like me some tequila too now, although I'm a
Hmm.
Hennessy person myself as well. I love my
Yeah, I
Hennessy.
used to be a Hennessy person, but I'm too old for Hennessy now. I can't handle Hennessy.
Oh, don't you even say no stuff like that, okay? Whatever. I'm not even gonna go there with you. I'm not.
Damn, Hennessy. My Hennessy days are over.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. I feel
I'm
you
with
on
you with
that.
the Hennessy though.
Last of the rapid fire. If they told you, Rhonda, you can only do one of these genres as far as produce for the rest of your journalism career, which
Okay,
genre would you choose?
okay,
News,
okay.
sports, entertainment, or travel?
News.
News.
Hmm.
Okay. Do
Yes.
you have any memorable stories that you produce that stays with you to this point? Like maybe a couple stories that's like, wow, that was a heck of a story that I produced.
Uh, Probably the young lady. I won't say her name.
Yeah.
That and everybody know what it is. Was murdered at the Fayette Mall by another young lady. I ended up getting connections with her family,
Wow.
and that story was dear to my heart because I covered it from start to finish,
Right.
and I was able to get her family's reaction, hear from them, interviews with her family, because the young lady that did the shooting fled for months, and they were not able to
Mm.
find her, so they wanted justice. So I felt like I was very attached and connected to that and her family because they wanted justice and I wanted justice for them. She left behind small children and I'm a mother, and I wanted to get justice for her. So I followed that story from beginning to end.
Sure. Absolutely.
That's probably the most memorable story that I covered.
Yeah, that definitely is quite a story. No question about
Yeah,
that. And I know you probably did a heck of a job doing that for sure.
I appreciate that.
Rhonda, this has been a pretty dope conversation. Like, you are
I think
absolutely
so.
amazing. No
Well,
question
thank
about that.
you.
You had me just absolutely smiling on the inside and outside for real, seriously.
Well,
And
thank you.
your upbringing in Kentucky, you going to Kentucky schools, you graduating from there, and obviously working in Kentucky now. I mean, I want to ask you this bonus question, and that's the question that came up on mine earlier, which
Mhm.
was, how special is it that you get a chance to work in your hometown state?
Oh, it's very special because I get to actually have people on to advertise their events and to talk about small businesses and the small business owners that I know and love so much, places that I frequent. One of my main goals is to make sure that I uplift my community.
Yeah,
And the show that I produced for so many years was Good Day Kentucky, and it was a news slash lifestyle show. And so on the lifestyle end, I was always able to have the small business owner or the small event planner, 4Ks in the name of a little boy who died of cancer or things like that. I was always able to have them featured on the show that I produced to get the word out there. I'm a mother who has a son that has cancer, and so Angela Zor, and so it's very important to me to feature those things. And so,
absolutely.
yes, I think that's one of the main things that I cherish.
Well, I cherish the time that I've had with you today, and I'm a new fan of yours. I'm gonna be
I
following
appreciate
you
it.
for the rest of your career, journalism, whatever you plan on doing. I really do appreciate you allocating your time to me, coming on to my podcast. This was really nice.
Thank you for
I want
having me.
No doubt. I want you to have a great rest of your Wednesday, great rest of your week. And my final question to you is there anything else you would like to add about yourself, the job, or anything at all before we conclude?
Not about myself, but I just want to commend you for the work that you're doing for getting the word out there about journalism and featuring journalists who don't otherwise get recognized. That's a special place and a special platform that you have. Kudos to you for doing that, and for also allowing the people that are upcoming to know what it's really like and what it's going to be without sugarcoating it. So kudos to you for the work that you're doing, and thank you for having me. I feel like it's an honor. This is my first, and I appreciate it so much.
Well, it certainly shouldn't be your last, that's for sure. And it was
Thank you.
definitely an honor as well. You take care, enjoy your Wednesday, and you and I would definitely be in touch.
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much.
You welcome.